This is a Tibetan singing bowl, and like in their like ancient practices, they somehow, and their like ancient sciences, they figured out which frequencies align with which chakras, and like the exact sort of weight, dimensions, diameter of each bowl like corresponds to a different frequency. Dude, so what's cool is like I always feel like I'm chasing, like I can feel the vibration and I'm like chasing it around, but if you chase it too fast, you catch up to it, and you don't want to catch up to it. You just want to be always right behind it, like.
Welcome everyone to episode 2 of the SkeemnTV podcast. For those who don't know me, I go by Bendi. To my right, we got the Cloudies for Clouds, Cloudy, otherwise known as Cloudy Headed. Across from me, Scuba Steve. You catch him in the water, you catch him behind the cam, you catch him on the couch.
I'm here, man.
And our guest, Sam Kinney. We call him Skinny, aka Meditate Magic with a K at the end if you're trying to hit that Instagram tag.
Yo.
But
hell yeah.
how's everybody doing? Happy Friday.
Dude, happy
Friday,
Friday, brother.
Oh. Serves is my Thursday actually, but I'll treat it like a Friday with the rest of y'all and drink to that.
Friday beers, baby.
Alright.
Water. That's what I'm talking about. HDO, that's where I'm trying to
And a happy end to 2020, and
we're
hope
cruising
you
to
guys are
that.
optimistic about the new year to come,
I think we're all happy about that, dude.
which I'm interested about. Do you guys think it's going to be better or more eventful, or what? How is 2021 going to compare to this fucking trash?
I think it's going to carry on. There's going to be some hangover time because the COVID's not going to be away by the end of 2020. We'll still have to deal with that, but I think it'll be, if not probably crazy, or the same. I don't think it's going to change too much. But
You think shows and stuff will be back?
So I actually heard something about that. Someone was saying, I forget who, someone in Washington Senate or executive bigwig, whatever the fuck, hypothesized that by the end or middle of 2021, sporting events might come back, and I feel like that's.
Well, there's already.
Well,
I mean,
they
NFL.
just have an audience.
No, but I mean like live, like where you can sit in.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Which I think might be a little ambitious. I think they might bring that cap. Remember, initially they had the 250 capacity for large gatherings.
Well, now we got Biden in control too, so that might change some of the.
Oh, he's gonna shut everything
laws.
down.
yeah, he's like, fuck 'em. Shut all that shit down, no sports.
I'm still indifferent about my thoughts on everything.
Mhm.
I want the fucking world to come back into play with safety regards put into play. But
A lot of us have forgotten. Like, we're so used to masks now. It's like most people feel uncomfortable if they're not wearing a
Oh,
mask.
I'm
and
incredibly
shit.
uncomfortable.
But-
Incredibly uncomfortable. There we go.
It's just a weird thing. We're all adapting so well. Like 9 months ago, we were like, "This is fucking crazy." Now we're like so deep into this that we're like so adapted. It's crazy.
That was my answer to the initial question, 2021, the start of it, right? I feel like we're so desensitized to everything right now. It's like, another quarantine, another mask, another this, another that.
no,
Yeah.
let's not. This.
No, I'm
Get
not.
desensitized
Not even in a
to
bad
it.
way to
Yeah.
where we just accept it, but it's like, hit me with the next punch more so like I'm
You said
ready
you want
for
everybody
it.
to.
Well,
what are your
yeah.
thoughts, Sam?
I just want dude, honestly, I just really think that I would love for everyone to just continue to question everything that's happening right now.
I feel that.
Just because that's something that I like. I'll probably keep a little bit of my opinions about COVID specifically to myself, but as far as just like sort of a control matrix and an authority structure, getting much more of a foothold over like what we do, think, say, and act.
It's
out
an
in our
awakening
lives.
period. Like, also, it's not just like fuck
Yeah.
everything. It's just forcing people to actually like, yo. Okay.
I want people to question that authority structure continuously, because I think there's a lot to criticize, but
That's where a lot of my optimism lies, is within like this is an
Yeah.
awakening period. Like,
and honestly, like I think 2020 is literally a fucking huge transition year. I don't know if anyone is familiar with the precession of the equinox or whatnot, but
is that like the Kali Yuga? Like,
a little
like
bit.
The whole.
Like 2020, I think back in the 1500s, I think it was the Byzantine Empire. They actually changed the calendar by 8 years. It's technically that year 2012 that the Mayans talked about, right?
Yeah.
And so it is the end of this like 13,000 year cycle around the sun. And at the end of the day, like change can be hard, like change can be struggle, And that's what I think it's gonna look like, and it has looked like. But I think we're going through this transition and breaking through.
I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna do what I think I'm supposed to do on Earth and whatnot. But like, it's like I do believe that I'm living in like the peak of the Kali Yuga moment, and like I'm pretty much like not gonna get to see happier days in one sense. Doesn't mean I can't be happy though. Doesn't mean I can't like give the energy I want to give, and just because a lot of people like I feel like. I've had this battle with like the giving up on some certain things, just like, well, fuck it, the world's gonna crumble, or fuck it, no, I can make it. Like this, always teetering with how I feel about that shit. But we're gonna go through a lot of fucking shit. Like it's gonna be intense. And, like we're in the peak of it happening. But it doesn't mean to give. It doesn't mean to get away from your practices and sharing it with people or whatever, you know.
I think like the love and positivity that we are really here to put out right now is important, and it may not like come to fruition in our lifetimes. But like as Marcus Aurelius said, what you do in this lifetime echoes forever, you know, in eternity. And I think that's what we're here to do is like really put in a lot of these like vibrations, like we were talking about earlier. You know, that drop in the water. Once that drop is dissipated, those ripples continue to carry on.
100%.
And that's what I feel like I'm here to do.
Question, what's one seemingly 100%. Mundane exercise that you do to better humanity? Like, for example, I'm at work.
Being creative in general, I think, is like a positive thing. Because what it
yeah, but that's at no cost to the individual doing it. Like, I can be creative. My example is I'm at work. There's a guy who clearly isn't the pick of the litter, is quirky. I just think about the mathematical equation of his like backstory. He's probably picked on in school, and people are low key annoyed. But I want to fuck with this dude, not fuck him. I want to fuck with this dude. Like he's cool, like he's funny. He's got his own way of thinking, but like no one gives him a chance. So it's like I'll go out of my way to start this painful conversation and make sure it lasts like 2 minutes, and then I'll go back to my job. But just like giving someone the time of day that otherwise wouldn't.
Like showing interest.
There's certain situations in your life, whether it's with a person who might not get the right energy or whatever, where it's just like, I think I'm constantly like, oh, I could be a good person. Do I do it? And oftentimes I'll catch myself just kind of like, you know, put the hood on and go through it. But I feel like some of the best things that people can do is when you have those moments, be bold. Yeah. Like make a difference. Talk to somebody. Like the chain reactions you create in the world just by giving genuine energy to people. Like you have like a sixth sense. Like this person's like not getting what they deserve. Let me give that to them. Like
because most people it takes some people like with their energy they don't. People lay low. You don't know what people suffer with at home. So even that little boost of like a stranger coming in and showing interest lifts someone's spirits hugely. You know, like you could change someone's life being like
smiling even just
smiling is such
behind every eye. There's a tear.
Mm-hmm. Right? Some real
Everyone's
shit.
Going through something.
Yeah, and most people start staying so composed right now that they're just like, I'm holding on for dear life and shit. So really showing interest and like giving that people that energy is so important for real, intensely. Because I see it all the time at work with like people like families don't come and visit them and shit. So we're like their main support shit at work. So just showing them energy.
So people know what you do for work though. You mean maybe?
Oh, I work at a mental health facility, drug rehab kind of thing. So I see a lot of people going through the worst times in their life, but I see a lot of people kind of come up and change, you know, and it's hard when you see somebody at their lowest, like, coming off the street, so it's this time of year and shit, it's important to, like...
How do you empower somebody to, like, feel like it's worth doing that? Like, for all the people
like
that are out there, just, like, all the people
like,
out there just saying, like, kind of, like, feeling crippled and, like, fuck it, but like, what would you say to somebody to, like, help them just, like, you know...
Well, the thing about, depending on what they suffer with, you know, it goes day to day, kind of different shit, but...
And I'm getting fuck it vibe. First of all, let me say that we all have realms to like dip into that.
But it's intense, man. It varies so much from person to person because everyone has their own little thing of what they suffered with. But honestly, the main thing that you can say to people is just be there and show support and be like, hey, I want to see you get better. And
it's the little things you do. It doesn't matter about. You don't have to go and ask the specific questions and details.
Exactly
it's
right.
like, hey man, do you want a burger? Like that low key could like spark something crazy.
Let's get pizza. But like on a pizza note, I fucking ordered pizza for these guys one day, and they're like all jumping around, stoked and shit. Like it takes nothing, dude, to get people hyped. Pizza's a gift.
Pizza gets most people.
I'm hyped all the time about pizza.
Wouldn't you say that like we all, like every human being, has a little bit of self-destructive
tendencies within them, right? Like I
The
know.
way we think, bro. We have how many thoughts every day, and they say how many of them are negative. Even for the most positive people out there, they still are overwhelmed with negative thoughts.
Yeah, and you can fall in love with that.
Cloudy.
Like everyone
It's
has
addicting.
that. It's called our shadow.
We all, I feel like, yeah, that's what you said.
Like
We
that
all
voice
fall
is
in love
like-
with it to the degree, and we like fuck ourselves
Some
up.
people
man. Yeah.
dive head first into that, and like I think it's actually important integral that the more you understand and know your shadow, like the you that like the other day I saw a kid kick a chihuahua walking.
No.
What?
I'm running up and
Dude, my shadow,
Yeah, that's
my
a
shadow's like, I want to fucking kick this kid.
Yeah. Give me your medicine.
And so I did. I was like,
You did?
No. But no, so like I was like getting inside Natural Grocers, like waiting in the grocery store,
The
like
grocery
waiting for
store
my
stopping?
song to finish, and I see
It was
this
his
kid walking
dog?
from a gas station with a big soda, and he's walking his little chihuahua, and his chihuahua didn't do shit, but he just fucking wheeled up and kicked it.
Ooh.
And he glanced at me. I was in my car, and we made eye contact, and he saw that I
Take
saw
your dog
it.
away from you. All do is still take your dog.
And dude, he fucking looked at me, and he knew he fucked up, and I looked at him. I was like, you fucked up. And so I was like, fuck listening to my song. I'm ready to go into the grocery store. I hop out my car, and I hop out, and I say, don't fucking do that. Like, don't let me ever see you do that again, and just don't do that. Pick on someone your own size. Like, I don't feel like I'm the kind of guy who's just gonna go up to some stranger's kid and tell them
If
what's
anything's
what.
gonna get
Right.
me heated, it's gonna be somebody mistreated.
You know,
me.
Yeah,
but
like, straight
in a
up
lot of ways, I
that,
felt
dude.
like that was like me sort of like reeling it in,
Yeah.
and just being like, all right. But then I like let it go. Went into the grocery store. I was like, all right. Like I don't know what that kid's going through, but at the end of the day,
Man,
like
those
it's
questions don't even get asked at that point.
No,
it's like fuck you kicked. I don't give a shit.
I don't give a fuck if you're in
I
a
don't
low
care
point.
what happened.
Or
like,
kick animals and
Jesus.
shit. Like that's fucked up.
I mean, no. Yeah, I mean, it is.
Yes.
It's absolutely fucked up. Y'all are harsh to the get-go. Like, this kid could be schizophrenic, mom's divorced, and he's on meth, and he's 16,
and
and he's like,
what if that's
fuck.
that's
Okay,
that
but
kid's
that's why I said
shit?
I'm not gonna go up and punch that guy, but I will go up and I'll take
Yeah,
somebody's
yes,
dog away.
of course.
Well,
of course.
isn't
No,
it
right.
full
Oh, no,
circle, right? Because
that's-
isn't it that little kid's? It's his shadow showing up,
Exactly.
right? And you know, I think it's honestly like I could have done way better than what I did. Honestly, think that me yelling at him was my shadow a little bit, right?
There's a subtle
the
version of your
real right
shadow that was
choice
there.
would have been to do something way more humble and way more like.
I don't
less
know if I
egoic and
agree
be
with
like,
that though, man.
I don't- dude,
I don't
think
agree
about
with
it.
that.
Think about it.
I
I walk
want
up to the
to
kid
hear
and
out,
be
hear
like,
out,
hey, listen
okay.
to me, man. Let's talk. You know, be human to human. I think I did the wrong thing, to be honest.
I
But I see what you're saying. But like anyway, yeah, like if I want that kid to actually learn anything, I should have been a lot wiser and more mature
Fair.
and been like, all right, be real with me, dude. What's going on?
You
Why you
alienate
kicking
people
this
when you
dog?
come out on the
I'm the
feet.
type of
going on
person
in
when
your
I
life
fuck
right
up, I
now?
want somebody
Yeah.
to yell at me. I
Yeah.
get that there's different situations. When I fuck up, I'm better off. If Steve's like, yo, what the fuck?
It's easy to think that this
Yeah.
all now, right? But in the moment, I was like, fuck you, motherfucker.
No, but that's a healthy initial reaction.
Yeah.
You know, seeing that even I deal with schizophrenics and they fucking all love animals, dude. So
You
that.
didn't want to just jump out a window, you were
No.
telling me?
Okay, besides the window story, that's a anomaly. Like, fuck, dude.
That's not something to laugh about. Listen,
But-
wait,
but he-
okay,
he-
now,
Okay,
no,
it's
wait,
okay, he's okay.
No, wait, he's fine.
Okay.
He jumped out the second story of my work. This dude's like, we had the window propped open because it was hot as shit summertime. It was a throwback, but. And we're like, oh, dude can't jump out there. Dude jumps out, lands in a bush, and he's all right, and he walks off. I'm like,
Was he like trying to land in the bush? He's trying to hurt himself?
I don't know, but he aimed perfectly, and it fucking landed, walked off.
Pizza.
Is that actually pizza?
No, I don't think so.
No, but on a real note, like, we all got darkness. We all got darkness in
100%,
ourselves, right?
100% true.
And it's like, the more you're aware of the fact that you got this, like, demon inside you, the more you can be like, all right, I know what that is. I feel it rising up. I see you, Shadow. Not today, like, you know.
Don't kick yourself about like thinking that was your shadow so much
Oh, I'm
because
not.
I
glad
still
you don't
kind of
like
feel
it.
like you did the right thing.
Yeah.
I'm like right on like the line with like how I feel about what we're talking about.
Some people don't
But
react. Like, if you would take a mellow vibe, that kid could have been like, ah, fuck this dude.
Then at that point you better
He's weak,
fucking
he's
fucking-
soft.
Well, dude,
It's like, you know, but if you, some people react better if you hit them between the eyes with shit, and that's day one stuff. So you, I mean, if that's your initial reaction, you can't feel about it. He kicked a fucking animal, dude. That is a mental.
So to channel this back to the first question, what we can all do is fucking show some love and
show love and
step
compassion.
up in these situations. Move forward. Let's help 2021
Give everybody a
be a little bit better.
Well,
Let's
dude,
be conscious of
thinking about 2020, Bendi, like how, like, wouldn't you agree that like 2020 is almost like our collective consciousness looking at our shadow as a collective?
Oh, fuck.
Right? And it's like, oh shit, like we all got some dark shit going on. And
All of
like
us always
it's
do.
all like a lot of that shit's come to light in 2020 with the 2020 vision, bro. And I'm just saying, like, we really have that vision where we're actually being able to see and look at ourselves like, whoa, humanity, what are we doing here? What are we becoming? Let's integrate this and like learn.
We're all
better.
okay. I'm not gonna get too hippie on everybody, but like the whole connected thing, right? Like literally every single one of us is connected in some form, not only with each other, but with literally every single thing on this planet. And like it would just be cool if we actually fucking felt connected. If we had like even like a partial inside of everybody, it's just like that understanding of like, yo, you are me, like in a way.
Take a lot of mushrooms. And
that's
dude,
right.
If that was
actuals.
That's the case. But most people are afraid to think that way. I've realized, like,
or a little bit of mushrooms
crazy.
too, because I feel like a little bit of mushrooms could
You don't
sometimes
even
even
need
be better.
There we go.
If we're,
you don't even need to.
people are utilizing this time to kind of like, okay, I can still chill inside and it feels all right doing that. Now you don't have to feel as guilty like just playing video games or whatever. So people are like, oh, this is dope. I can like COVID and shit, so I have a good excuse and all that. So it is pretty stagnant, but people who are doing side hustles and grinding and being creative.
It's time to empower people with like throat singing and singing bowls,
Straight
and
up.
education, all that type of stuff too, man.
Take
Like,
a
I
bowl!
heard on the radio for the first time. Like, I was getting my cavities filled because my filling fell out of my mouth, and my whatever. That story doesn't matter. But I was at the dentist, and
You did get that
I
handle?
got it handled.
Okay,
and I'm all numb as fuck. My face is slanted. I'm waiting forever for the dentist to come in.
kicked in.
Bro, I'm sitting there just like, and I'm like, have the shades on, like Men in Black. I'm just listening, and like, of the radio, I don't know what station, just starts talking about like educating on singing bowls. It was like a long commercial.
That was a thing?
All
Damn.
about singing bowls, and I was like,
That's right.
Hell
it's
yeah.
fire, dude. The way
High
they're
as
talking
shit, like,
about
it's
it was
fucking
very.
dope.
So yeah, there's these bowls that you
yeah.
can like use, and the way they're talking about it was very like level one, like of what they are. I feel like.
Right.
But I was so like happy to hear that it was like on the radio.
It's like the
I was
woke
like,
stickers.
that's
It's
cool.
Zoomies or something.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
Okay, I'll explain that.
There we
Explain
go.
that. So, like, working at Zoomies, you see all like getting woke kind of went popular. And at first, I'm like, oh my god, you know, like, but then I realized as I'm selling all these woke stickers to these 13-year-old kids who don't even like know what that means, at least it's like a start to something.
So much better
And
than
so
a Xanax
it's
sticker
better.
or
It's
like
better
a-
that
Xan.
woke is being trendy and kind of annoying than let's do Xans. Let's do this. You know. So I was like, okay, like sure we're at this realm, but then the thoughts behind it too is like whenever people start getting into these metaphysical things and whatever, if people are getting really into crystal healing right now too, it's kind of a positive and a negative thing. Because some people are taking advantage of it in a weird way.
People are going to capitalize on it and not even know what they're talking about. They open up a crystal shop and they're like,
Yeah.
I can make
Also,
money.
there's so much ego in some of the spiritual community, and it's like that's not what it's talking
Facts,
about,
facts,
right? Like
big facts.
It's
I've
the
noticed
biggest
a lot of
turn-off.
people
I
in
mean,
this
straight
spiritual,
up.
like this new age spiritual community, like a lot of people are like, yeah, like I'm so much better than like that group of people, like because I'm like meditating
And vegan.
yeah,
Meditating
vegan
and
thing.
vegan.
you know, and like you have to understand like so much of like shit like that, like being vegan is very much a privilege. Like it's not like a lot of people are living in food deserts, right? Also, a lot of
People
people
will be vegan,
are
be like,
growing
oh,
up,
I can eat Oreos and I can eat this and I can.
and they have this
That's
like
a fucking good
restrictive,
point, though.
toxic education, and like don't look at those people and judge them and think that you're better than them. Recognize that this is about all of us, and like we need them just as much as they need us, and like
People are trying to stunt shit instead of like giving the education. Like, yo, I found something out for my life that works. Like, let me share. If you want to hear, if you don't want to hear, people are too quick to. I feel like be like,
Word it.
check out my Flower of Life tattoo.
Check out my. Hey, bro, this.
I thought you had one. I was like, wait,
Bro,
what?
come on. This is.
No,
They're calling
Dude,
it out.
check it out, bro.
no,
An opportunity to flex my tat, bro.
Like,
no, it's just like.
nip slip.
I don't have any
But-
chest tattoos.
but
I have
you
chest hair,
the
though.
nip stayed in.
But you're not like that. You know what I'm saying. It's
Or I
like,
know. It just felt.
like some people are 100% like.
No, but if you get the
Flexing their
difference
shit.
for people who just get it for aesthetic and people who truly believe in it like you do.
I see a lot of people with the flower tattoo, you know, and like everybody's got their different meaning with it, whatnot. Like, for me, it just when I look at it in the mirror, I'm like, it centers me.
It's
I'm
gonna
like,
be my first
I'm
tattoo.
reminded of
God.
so much that I like need to be reminded of, which is
Yeah.
why I think tattoos are fucking lit.
It's a dope.
Wait, Skeemn, you don't have
tattoo,
any tattoos?
No tattoos.
Singing
Peace,
bowl
guys.
blasted on your
face
thing.
tat, you know, like.
First tat, face tat.
Ooh,
My mom would be like,
Oh, God, my eye patch. Get out of here.
Dude, I guarantee you somebody has something like that out there for sure. Like, my God. But getting throat tattoos, you gotta be pretty ballsy to get that kind of shit done. Like,
What about the
for
eye
real.
tattoos?
I feel like I don't like as long as you don't go to Post Malone vibe where you just like scribble on your face everywhere. Like,
I like face tattoos.
but it's
I
different
fuck
if
with face
it
tattoos. I'm waiting
correlates
for
well.
mine.
I
If
think
I'd ever get a face tattoo, it would just be on my eyelid, so you couldn't see it if I'm like away.
Okay,
It's like,
okay.
But when I blink real quick, it's like wait.
Like,
What's
dude,
that?
I see.
on
You just
the
have
note of
a
like
cap in your
on the note of like spirituality and ego, like I feel like there's totally like you have to exercise that with yourself as well. Like I try to have a meditation practice, right? Like, and I try to talk to people about like shadow work. But hell, dude, I still have a ton of growth to do myself.
You always will. It's
Right?
a practice. It's not
100%.
something you do.
There,
It's-
self-actualization, there is no end.
That's why you're not.
Right.
Even if you're out of bed, so that brings up a great point. I feel like so even if you're somebody who's got 1 month of experience into meditation, or if you've got 10 years in, even if that 1 month person, if you're feeling what you're feeling, it doesn't matter that you still have a lot of practice. If you share that shit, share that shit. You're not sharing it in the wrong light. You're sharing it in the right light.
I
So like.
completely agree with that.
You don't have to feel like, oh, I can't share because I haven't reached a level. It's
Yeah.
like, no, you're excited to share because, dude, like, yeah, here.
Because
have
there's
this-
a kid.
have this
There's a kid who's on
opportunity,
day
like,
one.
you
You're on
know,
day
like-
30.
It's
Right?
li-
There's
it's
a
like
kid on day
AA
one who
vibes,
needs
dude.
to
Yeah,
hear.
straight up. Oh my God.
All
it is.
shares are valid. You
And
know?
that kid on day one,
Honestly, true.
he needs to hear the guy on day 30 more than he needs to hear the guy who's 10 years deep. Right?
Yeah.
He's
I've
not
heard
gonna
that line
fucking-
so many
Yeah.
times.
That
I
guy's
haven't seen
tendency
that
that's
work,
just gonna
so
go
that's
way
some
over
real
his head,
shit.
right? Like kid who's just getting
Yeah.
introduced to like spirituality, like he needs to hear the guy who's still has like his just kind of starting their journey, right?
All the encouragement is right there.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
I
easier to
want to
relate
see
to.
that I can make it to 30 before I'm stumped by the 10 years.
I've been doing meditation a lot more lately because I've been feeling kind of tight and shit with different things.
That didn't look tight to me. That looked very
No, I felt
loosey-goosey.
okay. That was loosey goosey.
Yeah.
Okay, but besides that,
Because
Anyways, you bring it
I've
in-
honestly
Okay.
felt so much fucking better throughout the day.
Pride the small progressions that you do, you know, like going into like, say you meditated Sunday and it's kind of hard,
Mhm.
whatever. I'm not saying this is you, but whatever.
No, yeah.
Random scenario, but like, and then like even Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was a little bit hard, but just like, and then Thursday comes like, well, shoot, like, you know, I feel like I'm not really getting super deep, but
Mhm.
Tuesday was definitely better than Monday, and Wednesday was definitely better than Tuesday. You know,
Yeah,
and then
that's
you get
kinda-
re-stoked about the small things. Small things are huge things. We just
Yeah.
forget to realize that, and
It's
like
also
we
like-
get ourselves stoked about the small things.
I've been trying to do a lot more, and it has worked tremendously throughout the week. Just kind of like, even if I'm like, well, I don't feel like that meditation was very successful or whatever, I still feel a little bit of intensity there. That it does work. It's a small progression, like you're saying. Just keep practicing, keep going at
And
it.
if
Like,
struggle, just being able to at least follow through with at least deep breathing.
Mhm.
You know, if you really feel like you're not getting to what you label as meditating, just
whatever
breathe.
it may be, yeah.
Just breathe deep in the nose, out the mouth. Focus, stretch your body, and things like
Yeah,
that.
it's like
too,
that's a good point too. Is like there's many different ways to meditate. Like some people meditate while they're surfing, or while they're on a run, or
Straight up.
exercising, or
Facts.
whatever. Some people meditate while they're painting. Some people do like that, like very basic, bare bones meditation
While you're
and
taking a
trying
shit.
to clear the mind.
Deep breathing.
Yes, it wasn't me.
The things you can get on the toilet. Let's talk about that. Let's be
homie-
efficient with our toilet.
Yeah.
talk.
Dude, a friend of mine was
Yeah, exactly.
that needs to be a thing.
tripping on
Utilize your toilet.
acid at
Utilize
a
your
base
toilet
can,
time.
like music festival.
Oh,
right?
dude,
He's
yes.
tripping. He's
That's
tripping
me.
at base can.
In the porta potty, just fucking.
No
Base
way.
can, 20
Wait, meditate in there.
Dude, so
3 deep, you're just like,
So
fuck!
he was on like 3 times of acid, and he was in this porta potty. You know what it's
Yep.
like to be on Sykes
Yep.
in a fucking shitter.
I
You
of
hear the
any
bass
kind.
rattle
I
through
do.
the porta potty.
And
Oh
it's
god.
like, oh god, what? Oh god,
Can I fit in
things
there?
are coming out of me right now. Like, oh god, I'm
Dude,
so
I
mortal.
boycott shitting at every festival I go. I swear to
So
God.
he
Literally,
says
dude,
Somehow my
no.
body is like just so I don't know why my body does this. I'll go shit it, but I don't even feel bad. And guess what? The second I get home, I take care of business. But like every time I go to the Gorge for festival,
yeah.
I feel like I go the whole 2 days without taking a shit. And it doesn't even
that-
fuck me
it's
up.
a sign of really want to.
Something is
Dude,
just telling you
you
don't
can-
want to do that.
You can
don't
bag
wanna
that.
do
that.
You can bag that final shit that you get, right? You
I don't
can
want
bag
it.
that
I know
up
for a
and
fact.
freeze it and sell it to someone because the amount of drugs that are in that shit is worth something.
In 2014, 2015, yes, but I've been pretty responsible.
So anyway,
Moderation
he
is
looks at
key
the side
now.
of his porta
We're
potty
old.
when
I
he's
get
tripping,
sore.
right? He looks at the side of his porta potty and just written there is pooping is forced meditation. And he said it
is
totally
on
just
our
like
shirt.
set his mind free and gave him like a total sense of peace. It's
Dude,
just
that's so.
Put that shit on a
Wave
shirt,
up.
dude.
Yes. Scheming shirt.
it's like if you don't want to meditate, like
That's
if
I
you
can
don't
get behind
say you
that.
don't have time to meditate, it's like I don't give a shit.
Everyone does.
Every
Dude,
time you
give a shit.
say it.
But
I'm gonna walk this over to y'all.
fuck the porta potties though. I don't like smell it. It smells awful, and then you feel bass rattle through the porta potty. You're like, what the fuck am I
feel a
eating right
splash.
now?
Just
You're
from the
like
bass
standing in the
rattling
light.
and- oh,
So
shit.
when I'm standing in a porta potty, I don't feel balanced.
Mhm.
If I'm high, because of the way the lights and everything's protruding like through the little holes,
100%.
makes me my body start like, oh fuck, I'm peeing, standing. I gotta stand up straight.
You feel like you're.
Also, some
Yeah,
some
you're, like,
fucking
going
guy comes
sideways
up,
or
he's
some
like
shit.
rolling on Molly, he's like,
Yes.
You're like, and you're like, oh god.
You're like, I can't take a shit
Dude,
now.
I got
It's
so
dude up
I
on
was
me,
so
like-
paranoid because it's like
True.
the row of porta potties and everything's colors, so I can't tell if it's red or green because everything's red and green and switching. So I'm just like, I don't know if it's occupied or not, and I know the person in there might be high and didn't lock the door, so I'm just like pacing, like too self-conscious to open the door because like I don't want to barge in on someone who's also tripping and like
Or when you
ruin
see
their
it, it's
day.
half green, half red. You're like,
Oh,
that,
dude,
is
that's
that
the
being
worst.
used or is it open? What the fuck? And you just try it, and then somebody's in there. Oh shit!
Like,
I
that's
just wait for
somebody
someone to come
spiraling.
out. I just wait for someone to
It's
come
sketchy.
out.
But then you
man.
just run back
Depends
into
on
the
how bad
pit
you have
and
to go.
it's 30,000 people. You just get lost in that sea and start dancing with some swamp ass, and it's all good. At the end of the
I don't
day.
know.
Oh yeah, but day 3,
That
dude,
door rattle's scary as hell, man.
You
Like,
have
if
no
you're-
idea
like,
what
if
you're
you're-
getting. You have no idea what you're getting into.
Like it's.
Man,
I do.
everybody's so chill and everybody's such an understanding that we're all in the bathroom, we're all about to do our business. We all know nobody wants to do this. We're all high. This is uncomfortable, and because of that, everybody has this vibe for each other of
Truth.
respect,
Yeah.
bathroom
Yeah.
rave respect.
Everyone's
I don't
like,
know,
yo,
I think there's
we're
an
all
unwritten
braving
rule.
this together.
Don't use a porta potty until at least it's past 9:30 when it cools down and there's not so much heat.
That's a good one.
You know what I mean? Like because if you do
Well,
it in midday,
Dude,
no
I had
way.
a plot this last base canyon though. I would go during the day
Mhm.
because one I can see, two
Clean at the beginning of the day.
they're clean at the beginning of the day.
That's accurate.
I'm not frying. Like I can handle my business. I can eat early, shit early,
Mhm.
and then eat almonds for the rest of the night and be good to go until I get back to camp.
If you don't eat the chicken,
Dude.
if you go to the gorge, don't eat the chicken.
Okay, you need
I
to
fuck with
yeah,
the
get
chicken
chicken
strips.
strips during the day though.
You're
I
a fucking
fuck with
fool.
the chicken
Ship
strips.
that
Shout
out.
out Gorge
Ship that out
Chicken.
before
So
before
good.
sundown.
Shout out Gorge's Pizza Slices.
That
No!
I don't feel good about spending
I haven't
Dude,
$12
I
Well,
want
on
to
it.
get
so I
heated
can't
about
shit on
that
it.
statement.
Price?
What he just said is terrible, bro. The pizza was so bad. Okay, maybe there's
It's
two.
a cardboard.
Maybe
type.
there's
Probably
two.
two.
Yes.
Probably
At least
two
two
different ones.
pizzas.
no.
I bought it at $18
Wait, back
piece
at the
pizza,
camp?
whatever the fuck it cost.
It was
and
$14.
bad. Back at camp,
Back
yes,
at
but
camp.
in the actual
Oh,
festival.
We're high enough.
Yeah, you weren't. Yeah. Were you raving enough?
No,
Dude, when you get back into the camp, there's this one pizza thing. Also
On the
very
corner?
expensive. That's just not too bad.
Dude,
it's
all
not
right.
$47
on the
for a
note,
pizza.
on the note of
Cardboard.
like festivals in 2020, 2021.
Cardboard
What do you guys
Hopefully.
think this 2021 season is gonna look like? Do you think
I have a
For
Beyond
concerts?
Wonderland pass.
Yeah.
I
I still have mine
concerts,
still.
Shambhala?
I got mine
Like
refunded.
I got my
You can get it
ticket
back,
moved to hopefully this summer.
I
I just don't. I haven't heard anything.
We're already all wearing masks. I mean,
honestly,
Right? That's my thought. Like,
you know what's cool is that
no, that's not true. We're all
Dude,
touching each
dude.
other. It's-
there's people that say the hoax, the conspiracy. It's good to be open-minded, but I'd like to see the COVID shit like at my work and stuff, and I see how it affects. We've had people and like older people get it. It's mainly like not us. Like I know this is gonna sound kind of irresponsible and shit, but you know, obviously like we hang out in a room, we're smoking, enjoying shit. We know we'd probably recover from it, but you could touch one post outside and the old person's like, "Oh, what's this?" and then they're fucked up from it. It's crazy.
what's
that's
It's
life.
so-
That's called the circle
Yeah,
of
whatever,
life.
whatever, maybe a handle of.
To me, the
fucking-
conspiracy is not like a lot of people could correlate COVID conspiracies with like people denying its existence or reality.
Mhm.
That's not
That's
to
a
me
huge
what the
one,
real
too.
conspiracy
For
is.
sure.
So it's real as fuck. To me, the conspiracy is where did it come from?
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
And
like,
if we really look into the potential answers to that question, some of those potential answers, then the secondary question is why.
There's a lot of
And
behind
changing the way we
scenes shit
educate
going
people.
on with it.
That's
Like think
yeah.
about like infants and the psychological imprinting of like emotion when they see their mom smiling at them,
Okay.
Okay,
right?
I'm following.
Like a face. Like think about like the developmental stagnation that we're sort of putting a lot of these like children, sorry,
No, but
Child's
through,
school
right?
system.
Yeah.
To not be able to
Child's.
see facial expression
Yeah.
during some of the most like developmentally significant
They're basically robots.
years of your life.
No, dude.
You know, like that is gonna have a tremendous impact, and those are the kind of questions I want to ask. Like, and I don't think people are thinking enough about those things. I think we could really be changing a lot of what we're doing right now.
That's a real ass point.
Not that it's not real. Not that certain people aren't very much at risk, and like when we need to like have some fucking empathy, right? And like not be selfish and like think about more than just ourselves. We also need to think about more than just ourselves when it comes to like all these small business owners and these like young children, right? Like, so that's all. Yeah,
No, dude,
that's how I
think
feel.
You made some really.
It's real.
fucking
It's real
points.
as fuck. But I'm like, where did it come from? Why? Because
We all don't know,
in my
for
opinion,
sure.
like the people who run our planet, like, in my opinion, like they know how to sort of manipulate the masses to a T, and there can be very real problems that have been created on purpose.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
can
I mean?
see that, dude.
In
Yeah.
order to further an agenda that it goes way beyond you or me or even the last 100 years. This like, shit goes back thousands of years, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, holy fuck! What if like people created a disease and infected the whole planet with it?
It's been in my mind.
That's hypothesis
it's a
number
deep
one.
thought to
though.
think about,
I mean, not
dude.
number one, but I mean like
Like it's
that's
crazy.
a conspiracy.
I need this back.
Number one, I feel like, but we may never know unless someone comes clean or
Or
there's
like
Yeah.
release
no-
a document.
But someone
fucking
has,
way.
someone did, someone on YouTube's gonna either forge one, or like there's so many gray areas where I don't trust anybody's news source.
Yeah.
No, it's
Trust
all
anything.
Okay, so here's a
I don't
thought.
trust
Here's a thought.
anything.
All
It's all
this.
this.
Maybe it's
I'm
bad.
assuming we're talking about like Rockefeller energy and all that
Like the
Low-key,
1%?
yeah.
shit. But like, there hasn't been a time in history yet where like I call right now superhero season. I reference it a lot because now is actually a point where like some knowledge is actually like out
Being
there.
on-
The amount of information available has not existed ever.
It was like
And that could fuck people's psychology up too with the internet, because if you think about like, not trying to get too deep into the dopamine shit with social media, but when you have somebody that's constant flood of information, it's not natural to know what everyone's doing all the time, you know? Like,
Right.
if you scroll through your friend list and you're like, oh, that person's there and there and there, it's a great form of communication. But it's not healthy to know because it's too much comparison and...
there's second graders that have more facts about the world than fucking
Exactly.
people that spent their whole lives like exploring.
and actually going
No,
and doing
no.
it. And that's
It's
the thing
like-
about it.
yeah.
You're 100% right, dude. It's crazy. Just the constant up and downs of people's moods throughout the day. Because I guarantee you, all of us each day see something that makes us like, ugh, on social media. You know, and then you're like, oh, fuck, that fucked my vibe up for a second. You know what I mean? And then you go back and forth. And it's
And then you do it
dopamine.
again, you're like, ooh, I like it.
Oh, and
Do
then
that
you,
again.
someone
do it to me again.
5 people like your post.
I
You're like,
wanna
oh,
know-
I'm feeling better now.
I want all the
Like, you
people
know what I mean?
like maybe just the United States from the world, whatever. Like all the people have cell phones. I want them I want this statistic. Like how much time do we spend per day on social media apps as like a whole divided by this, straight average number, like what that would be.
Oh, it'd be intense, dude. It'd be actually disturbing, probably, if we actually did know. Like, it's crazy. People are depressed because of social media, and there's people like have serious
all-
mental illness now because of
We
it.
think we ain't shit because we look at like
Yeah.
that person's the
Dude,
shit.
wait till that
Yeah.
shit is integrated with VR to the point where like
VR will take over.
I got like implants in my eyes, and when I go up and say hey to Steve, a little icon pops out.
yeah,
It's
and then like it's
Steve,
information.
dude. Oh my gosh, do you like him? How was the
It's a
conversation?
Black Mirror episode. It's a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah,
We
it
referenced
is.
this
Black
one
Mirror
before,
shit.
Yeah,
but
we did reference the rating one.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
intense.
You're gonna see somebody's rating. So before I even engage with you, like I see your stats, like I don't want to hang out.
I saw that one too. That one.
Oh, this motherfucker never washes his hands, bro.
Yeah, like oh, hygiene's gross, but that
Nah, just look it up. If we're festival ready, we're okay with
we'll get it.
a little hygiene.
Deficiencies.
There we go.
We're prepared
Thank
with
you.
it.
There's the words.
Wipes for days, dude.
I always call it roughing it.
Yeah.
It's like if
It's
you're on a
kinda-
hunting trip, like like you're not. I don't shower when I go hunting or fishing. Like,
Dude,
Let's
I
check
don't.
it out.
The people, everybody's in line for the portable showers at the gorge. I'm like, fuck no, dude. Let
Just
my
tough it
steak
out.
shine. Looks good.
Yeah, like
it's
it's 3 days. And then the shower when you get back is 10 times
I mean,
better.
the shower does feel great. We swam on the way back.
I've always
That
been
was
blessed
nice.
to be somebody I feel like doesn't get like too crazy, like
Last
smelly,
year was so
smelly
mellow.
though. I don't know.
We were good.
If I had like a deep musk and I was like sharing a tent with somebody, I might have got a respect shower or something.
Or Tyler had the RV set up. He has a shower. He's taking showers, and they were all like.
Or if you got a home with the RV, then you square.
Yeah.
That's the way to do a good RV.
You know what I've seen
Yeah,
is these big bags that fill up with water, right? But they gotta clear. It's like Mylar almost, like, and it's clear.
You put it in the
You
backpack.
can put it on the top of your RV or
Cars,
car,
yeah.
right?
Oh.
The
One
car
of
gets
that.
hot with the sun. That sun just heats up that water, and then you like hang the bag, and you got a hot shower.
Word. That's a
festival
good
or
idea.
That is.
Dude, the portal, or I would do this, like, I've done this a couple times where people have those just shower things that they hold up, like somebody just holds it for you, and then you just get a gallon of water, and you just got your shit, and you
Watch me get
fucking
naked.
just,
You gotta do it. If it works, it works.
You just gotta really trust the person who's holding.
Yeah, make sure it's done accurately.
Exactly.
That's agreeable.
Alright.
Anyway,
So,
Yeah, dude,
New Year's resolutions.
oof.
What do you guys want to do better this year?
I don't know if I believe in them necessarily.
Well, so here, let's talk about that then before we get into like specific.
Okay.
I think-
like,
Talk about what now?
I
but,
think
like-
a new year brings in like some sort of like a feeling of like a new chapter kind
for
of thing.
people
But
that like
Not
like
really.
scraps
But
and
not
time,
really.
Like
No.
I like numbers. I like when things match up. I like just looking at like things even in odds. Like I don't know. So, I don't know what that's called, but like
OCD.
the thought of a new year. OCD.
Probably.
The thought of a new year. I'm not like saying I'm a new person. I hate the new year, new
that's
me.
the only way everyone
That's
says.
stupid. I just like to. It's like, hey, everything's wrapped up. Just had the also that I put in the play that like just got a lot of family vibes. For me personally, my birthday is January 1st. So each time
Just
I'm a
hype
new,
there.
each time I'm a new like age, it's like okay, like
Triggered.
it's a good moment for me to just kind of like reflect on some shit. Even though we should always be reflecting and all, not. It's never too late.
It's a
Never, but-
moment in time. It's like concrete. Hey, I can use this time to meditate and reflect.
Yeah,
It's not
like.
It's like a
The
wrap
si-
up.
that
Yeah.
type of system has always like helped me with little things, and I feel like, dude, for example, like I was heavy on the nicotine, and I New Year's resolution said nah, and I haven't really been on it. Like,
Props.
I've have a couple times like
That's-
in,
well, it's different,
in
yeah.
recent weeks have hit a blunt or two, but I really went because I feel like I knocked that habit, bro. And now I'm just like, weird. If somebody's got a blunt smoking, yeah, I'll hit it. Like,
That's still really self-discipline, like to monitor like that anyway. So that's dope.
but I hear what you're saying
But,
though. Like
no,
the
but
New
you
Year,
know
New
what I
Me
mean.
thing, like fuck that.
That's kind of more where I'm talking about is people automatically saying at the very end of the year. Like it's a trendy thing to say because everyone's posting that kind of stuff.
Like quarter year check-ins for like business stuff. Like
Yeah.
every quarter year, like, hey, how are we doing? Let's assess what we did. What were the numbers? How do we move forward?
Yeah.
All right.
Just having specific
Yeah.
little time things can be
Yeah.
beneficial for
I
a
could see
team.
that.
It's like
So
new
one-
moon, full moon, like
Yeah.
cycles.
So now that we
in
know
life,
what
like-
we're talking about, one tangible. Y'all are drunk as fuck. You're good though. Anyway,
Fuck, I'm chilling.
one tangible goal that I can put into play for my 2021 season. I feel like I need to be more open to creative energy. I feel like I shut it down real quick. I hate working with fucking people. It's terrible. And it's just like,
Relatable.
and I even got
Relatable.
another taste of it the other day, and I was just like, I need to be open to this more. Like I'm growing as an artist and what I would like to do, and some other people hit me up like on will DM me. And it's like, oh, we should jam, or we should sing, or I want you on this, and it's not happening all the time. But like for example, when that happens, I just get turned off by it. 'Cause I'm like, I don't have the energy. But I do have the energy. I just spend it by myself. So
That's
it's like,
why
why not do it?
plan things though. It's one thing that helps is like when you plan stuff.
Truth.
It's like
Yeah.
you treat it more like work. It's like, yo, like, everybody's busy and got shit going on. When you're free, if I'm gonna want to collaborate with you, let's meet up that time. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that,
Okay.
just the organization of it all and looking at it. Now I'm just like, oh, I'm just making music with somebody. Like, you'll know which situations and collaborations you want to take like seriously. So just like treating it like a job is like I feel like one of the best things you can do for
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah, I feel that.
Well said.
Also, like, if you want to have a New Year's resolution, like, all the power to you. All the power to you. And I could come up with something, like, right? But, like, I would honestly just, like, be like, or like what I've been kind of thinking is like, why, like, doesn't that just kind of like set you up to just wait?
Why not December
Why not
4th?
tomorrow?
Why not December 4th?
Right.
Why not right now?
New
Like,
day,
it's
new
just-
me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very.
And for me, like, it's more of I do have that. Like, I'll call it my New Year's resolution, right? It's what I'm trying to strive for, honestly, like every single day I wake up recently. And that's just more sort of like freedom from my shadow.
Yeah.
Right? Like what we talked about earlier in this podcast.
Not kicking
like,
chihuahuas.
yes, dude.
Right.
I
Yes.
forgot about that.
And it's
Oh,
like
that's
a
awful.
big overarching theme in my life. It's like I don't think I'm ever gonna be fully free from it, but yeah, I'm just like trying to pull away from that and become more aware of my shadow
Like a res-
in terms of like just like what I want to achieve and like how successful I want to be and what I want to do with my life. Everything about my shadow is gonna be harmful towards all of that, and so the more I can just like, generally be better and like tame my vices. That's kind of where I'm at. I could talk about them specifically.
Yeah, right.
A resolution.
I don't really,
so to speak,
I
is
don't really
it's
feel like
you
spilling.
don't have
Yeah.
to-
Yeah, no, exactly.
I don't really feel like spilling all my vices on the podcast, but yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Some of them
You
are
had it,
as
dude. You were in
trivial
your
as
pocket.
I need to be more creative.
It
Yeah,
seems,
some of them are actual
seems
vices.
like the idea of a New Year's resolution is a little bit weak-mindedness. Like, I'm just like, why? I don't know if weak-minded is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Like,
However, it's also fucking awesome because there's a lot of people who don't even do shit. They don't even have a New Year's resolution. So that's what I'm saying. It's all the power to the people who, on that first, say,
But to all those
I'm
people,
gonna
don't
do
feel
this
like you
shit.
have to like roll with some specific system because now your
That's-
life is now, and now is the moment you should be living
I'll
in.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell those
I'm
people,
with that.
whatever that goal you set is, it'll be easier if you just say, all right, let's do it right now.
Yeah.
The
All right,
Zen,
I'm gonna
Zen
go- I'm gonna go do
proverb
it.
that I love
Let's
is
get
the
it.
best time to do anything is the moment you realize it needs to be done.
Here's a thought for a lot of people out there that might not have ever put any effort into like bettering themselves, but just because they hear it's New Year's time
Yeah.
and they hear all this chain reaction of thoughts like, oh, well, everybody else is bettering themselves, I guess I could. So like, that's like one positive thing.
That could be a
about
good
it.
outlook.
This is a time to like
I didn't think about that
to
one.
push other people's minds about some stuff,
Yeah.
and especially right now with we need to be like coming together.
I feel good though. Like how do you
Yeah,
guys feel?
100%.
Like I kind of feel at least like 2020's ending.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
when people have been asking me how have you been, like I'm like,
Like,
Great.
Think
Yeah.
bad? Shit.
awesome.
I've had a
Shit,
pretty good
like,
year.
I
Yeah,
don't
like,
know,
I
it's
don't
honestly,
know. Like, I know the same thing. It's such a frequent question, though. But
Overall,
This
like,
year's been one of the
this
best
year-
years of my life.
It's been
For learning
I mean,
too, dude.
For a lot of reasons, yes. And I've had a lot of really cool things happen this year. Realizations that happen. Shitty things will be good things. Lessons learned. All the above. Fucking
Hell yeah.
superhero season, awakening season. Shout out. Fucking whatever. But
I don't know. It's forced a lot of us to have a perspective of like what even other countries deal with the restrictions and shit. We're all like got some shit taken over like fucking toilet paper and one thing, and then like it's just savage shit. So it's kind of we all kind of like learned like how to like what we should be appreciative of naturally. So
Gratitude.
straight up, brother.
Gratitude, peace, love. But yeah.
happy 2021.
There we go.
Cheers to a good year.
Because I've got a finger.
Shout out
on this.
superhero season. Shout
Drink
out
more
Sam.
wine.
So
Follow
much.
Meditate Magic. That's magic with the K at the end. Get on that IG with our boy Sam.
Yeah.
Scuba
Meditate.
Steve over here. Cloudy.headed. Triple
Yes,
underscore
sir.
Benny. Triple underscore. Check us out. And stay tuned because we got our man AJ the Wordsmith up next. Stay scheming.
What up, world? It's your boy, AJ the Wordsmith, bringing it to you yet again. I know, if you're seeing me, feeling me, or catching my vibe, then that means we were meant to meet and have this awesome conversation of the words. Lately, this epidemic is having us all go in our self-conscious feel in the astral plane, but it's time that we connect our brains and think about some inner enlightenment and some peace. So, kick back, relax, enjoy. Yeah. Yeah. It must seem funny to you and me. Let me explain. I'm not trying to complain. Sorry, not sorry. That should be the story. I'm not Mr. Right, but I know I'm Mr. Right now. I came knocking on your door and I know I make you feel crazy. My vibe is intense and all, but my hysteria is on my brain right now. I'm not trying to be lazy. I know I seem hazy. I'm not trying to be sleazy, but I ain't been trying to seem so crazy. I'm trying to uplift. I'm trying to help procreate. Not to pronounce my words and all, but I refuse to try to dictate. And not fate, and not even destiny. And I ain't subscribing and all, but I ain't gonna be the only felon. If you understand that we can't convict ourselves, if we let our dreams die, then who else can we hold? In a state of law, it's just us, you see. You and me making sacrifices for what we really need. And I know it's crazy, and I'm trying to be strong, but my vibe makes me ferocious, and I know I can go long. I roar for the inner animal within, but sometimes I think it's a sin. Yet again, I'm a cosmic giraffe with my ultimate plan. I know I can do what I say, but I gotta feel like I can do more. Not just be me, and my heart is sore because I know what you can do. So uplift yourself and show the rest of the world. Huh. Yeah. What was it? New Year. Same me. New Year, same me. The pronunciation, the dictation sounds all the same. So if I'm gonna say it, let me activate it properly so you can see that you can't even stop me, cop me. Sit here like a floppy, can't copy what you say you do. It's a new year, it's same me, 1619, what it do? If I was born back then in that time, I would be killing on the grind like Turner, but I ain't trying to remind. Fast forward 400 years, still the same old thing. Gentrification chaining my people and all their fucking brains. Not here for flame or gain, but I'm trying to show our pain, and all we have to do is complain with communication strains. We here together, pronunciate and see. Not to try to procreate fucked up disease, but what we need. Plead for your fellow cello, you mellow cello fellow, looking like a melon, like you gonna get smashed. Sorry, I'm weird, like Al Yankovic, but when I smash it like Gallet, I'm gonna get that hit. So I can't hit or stop with what I'm gonna do and say, hitting the high score. Know who I am, know that your heart would truly roar. It's a micro lesson on COVID 1619. I think you need to get back if you understand I'm looking kinda mean. How many died to supply my inner show? The spirit is the only way that I can let go and show you my true flow. Yo, but for real though, you gonna get up off this block, just like me. And if they don't understand what that really means, then we're gonna drill it into their mind, one word, one phrase, at the same damn time. Promised land, what it mean? We're gonna grow, we're gonna show this world what it sees. Off the top, the impromptu, showing the world how we activate. Crew, too much that no one else can see. Build with the retrofation, with the communication, what we need. I mumble jumble the humble fumble because my ball is with the words I carry. Cherry, I'm popping everyone who they think can stop me. I'm a vendor that can't be stopped, you see. I'm giving everyone their own words, own way. Imaginate what you can do and what you say. Show the world, don't foster what you do. Construct the conversation and help your crew. Communicate, don't deviate from fate. Divine destiny is the only way you remind. So if you transport yourself, you would see that time travel is just your regret that reminds. So if you can contain what you truly need to do and say, then maybe you wouldn't always be in the remind. It's like deja vu, without the thought. Part of the plot, but then you show the world what you got. And you lit it up for the world to see and it's all flames. That's what I would say, and that's off the top of the brain. And that's what I would say if my grandpa was here right now. Cause you gotta light the world on fire with your words. Otherwise, can you say you really taste your words? Let them burn. Spoken of forever.